Love and money, Mr. Wahome.
Very interesting subject.
Yeah.
Both of them very emotional. Money is emotional. Love is emotional.
Yeah.
And that's why this is a good season. Valentine gives us a reason to talk about things like this. I'm looking at love and money, and I'm trying to look at it in marriage, because that's where they tend to meet all the time. People always think money is the leading cause of divorce, but it's not. It is unresolved conflict. But obviously, most couples argue about money. And married people do better financially than singles, not because financially successful people get married, but because married people behave as financial partners. And so you find you're doing better financially because you're taking care of each other.
Yeah.
But we must admit money is hard, even in marriage. When you think about marriage, it's a journey. And this journey starts with when we say, I do.
Yeah.
And it actually ends till death do us part.
Yeah.
But it has very many unfamiliar emotional terrains. But you can't tell where you are in terms of your emotions, in terms of your money. There are so many financial issues that we have to deal with. And you find that we're dealing with it in an environment where we don't have a roadmap. And that is where we always look at something called a marriage map. What are the love and money issues as we go through this life? Normally we start at a stage we call the magnetic attraction. Here, love and money actually fuse very well. Very well. Just think about the relationship in courtship. Do you know love is stronger than money?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether we have it or we don't have it. We have each other. In all the things you're talking, you've not brought in money. It will not be a problem after all. You know what? You're reasoning we will have two incomes.
Yeah.
In fact, we live at the expense of one. We'll not live in two houses, we live in one. So we pay rent once.
Yeah.
Isn't it? We drive one car. So there are many things that tell you we're going to have one bill and everything is going to be fine. And we're going to, after all, even if it's not enough, we'll get another job. You know, we love each other, so we're going to be there. And we naively assume the road will be a super highway all along. So when you talk about love and money, that's how sometimes we get it all wrong. If you knew somebody who is well versed, maybe we can sit under their feet and we can learn a thing or two. Or we can actually enroll in an empowerment program. I know there are programs like Marriage Encounter, you know, like a Wealth Creation Masterclass. You can come in there, the two of you together, that early, so that you lay a good foundation. You know why? You need to lay a foundation because it wears out with time. That strong feeling for each other. When you start getting busy and you have new transitions, maybe the baby comes, things start changing and the reality starts coming in, and that reality coming in is what we call stage 2 of our love and money story. It's called the rude awakening. Some people will experience it after a honeymoon when the intensity begins to wear off. Some soon, others will take time. There are people who go for many years before they get to this point. So most of us don't realize what we are getting into. Then we get our shocking differences and they start bubbling to the surface. And sometimes we get very scared. As secretary, sometimes we ask, what was I thinking? During stage 2, these are times of great doubt. They're times of confusion, you know, sadness, sometimes frustration. And this is where we start getting into debt. Because if we don't have the money to do it, what do we do? I said I'll do it. I'll not even tell you how I'll do it. I just go to my phone and I borrow. It doesn't matter how expensive that credit is. You know, while stage 1 was very wonderful, it is not an indicator of what marriage is or what marriage would be. Because, one, we were putting on our best behavior. And as much as you believed you got to know each other, the truth is you did not. And at this stage, we must look for help. If you don't look for help, we're going to have issues. And this is where now we need a mentor. Because if you don't do that, now you're going to find yourself in stage 3. Stage 3 is what you say, I love you, but you have to change. We can't keep on like this. I still love you, but you have to change. Because once the shock of stage 2 wears off, because you see, there are so many things you don't like. So where we had care and we had respect, we're wondering, what's this? This person is rude to me. They don't even listen to me. They don't even want time to be with me. This is a stage where we've been together for a while. And we're making important decisions. And we're actually making these decisions when our emotions are raw. Now we got new challenges because we got more demands, but we are not agreeing on everything. And we start dividing the chores. Okay, you'll be paying rent, me, I'll be buying the food. No? But the financial impact at this stage can be very enormous. Because while our earning power has not peaked, our expenses are sharply increasing because the family is in an expansion mode. So this is an interesting stage where you got a lot of pressure, yet at the same time, you don't have the resources. And because of this, you get constant arguments about money issues. And often one spouse might end up throwing their hands in the air.
Yeah.
And they withdraw from the involvement in family finances. Okay, do what you want. I leave it to you. Just do what you want. And the result is what? More anger, more resentment, more blame, and which obviously worsens an already bad situation. And all these conflicts push the spouses apart rather than bringing them together. So while the initial one was magnetic attraction, can you see this is repulsion? At every time people are repairing. And so stage 3 has different responses because it is difficult. Like I said, some people give up. They cannot take it anymore. And it is during this time that people conclude, I made a mistake. This should not have been the person I should have gotten involved in, and I'm not feeling in love anymore. I cannot handle these conflicts, and I'll call it a day. I'll quit. I'll leave it. I can't go this. Or if I don't quit, I'll be the silent one. I'll be passive. I'll not be involved. And for a good number of people, this is just around the 10th anniversary. People quit before the 10th anniversary. You know why it is called a paper marriage? Because it is not solid. Before 10 years, it's called paper marriage.
Okay.
All you're married is because you have a certificate. Now that you got the certificate and you see how rough it is, it means you have to empower yourselves. And you have to take charge together, not separately. You have realized separately doesn't work. And what that means is we go to stage 4. Then stage 4 is called surrender and acceptance. And I would have loved us to go to stage 5. I think we'll get time next time so that we look at stage 4 and stage 5. Because stage 5 is where everybody wants to be. Peace, harmony, and romantic love. In the meanwhile, if you found where you are in this journey, this Valentine gives you a good opportunity identifying where you are and start doing something. There are a few things we can do. We can sit and discuss. You know, that one the ladies are very good at. I want us to talk. You know, the only thing that statement scares men. You might need to look for another statement. Don't tell him I want us to talk. That one scares men a lot. And as we speak, we might say, okay, why don't we get a mentor to work with? Or why don't we take an empowerment program? Maybe even reading a book together is a good thing. You can actually take a book, and I would recommend you take the wallet words and you read together. And you're going to see this is this person's personality, this is my personality, that's how we can work together. You can come to the masterclass. In fact, if you come, the two of you, I'll give you a discount on your fees.
All right.
We are the Personal Finance Academy Kenya. We have our website if you want to get to know more about us, pfa.co.ke.